Hi, how are you doing? I was just looking at some videos of you and some pictures of you. Sorry, there was a little bug. And it's a beautiful evening tonight. It's kind of late, but it's gotten a little bit cool and nice. You can hear the crickets. And here's little Maisie right here. Here's little Maisie. There she is. She's watching the window outside. Well, the book today is Somebody and the Three Blairs. It's a little bit of a play on Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The book is by Marilyn Tolhurst. There's an animal outside. Illustrations by Simone Abel. Somebody and the Three Blairs. One Sunday morning, in a small house on the edge of town, Mr. Blair, Mrs. Blair, and Baby Blair were sitting down to breakfast. "It's such a fine morning," said Mr. Blair. "Let's take a walk in the park." "What a good idea," said Mrs. Blair. "Feed a ducks," said Baby Blair. So they took their coats and a bag of breadcrumbs and set out for the park. While they were gone, somebody came to the door. Somebody knocked, and when no one answered, somebody tiptoed in. He sniffed and sniffed. He looked at the breakfast table. "This food is too dry," said somebody. "This food is too noisy," said somebody. "But this food is just right." He looked for somewhere to sit down. "It looks to me like he's eating honey." "This seat is too hard," said somebody. "This seat is too wobbly," said somebody. "But this seat is just right." He looked for something to play with. "This game is too noisy," said somebody. "This game is too cold," said somebody. "But this game is just right." Oh dear, everything he's doing is kind of making a mess right now. He looked for something to drink. "This rain is too hot," said somebody. He's standing in the shower. "This pond is too small," said somebody. The rain is the shower head. That thing that he thinks is a stream, the pond, I mean, is a toilet. But this stream is just right, and it's the sink. He looked for somewhere to sleep. "This bed is too big," said somebody. "This bed is too small," said somebody, "but this bed is just right." When Mr. and Mrs. Blair and Baby Blair came back from the park, they saw the breakfast table. "Somebody's been eating my crunchies," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been eating my Crispies," said Mrs. Blair. "All gone," said Baby Bear. I think I fell asleep again. "Somebody's been eating my crunchies. Somebody's been eating my Crispies," said Mrs. Blair. "All gone," said Baby Bear. "Let's see if I can stay awake for the end of the book." They looked around the room. "Somebody's been sitting on my chair," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been sitting on my chair," said Mrs. Blair. "Busted," said Baby Blair. They went into the kitchen. Oh dear, that's where she made quite a mess. Or he. "Somebody's been emptying the cupboard," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody's been raiding the fridge," added Mrs. Blair. "Naughty," said Baby Bear. They went upstairs. Oh dear, suds on the stairs. That can't be good. Oh dear. "Flood," shouted Mr. Blair. "Help," shouted Mrs. Blair. "Lot of water," shouted Baby Bear. They looked in the bedrooms. "It's a burglar," said Mr. Blair. "It's a monster," said Mrs. Blair. "It's a big teddy bear," said Baby Bear. Here are the pictures that go with this section. This is the flood in the bathtub. That she caused, and then there's also this from World War. World War? What the hell am I talking about? I must have fallen asleep thinking about a World War II. Oh dear me, I better finish this tomorrow. "A lot of water," said Baby Bear. "How many pages?" "Oh, we only have 2 pages left. Maybe I cannot talk about a world war until the end." They looked in the bedrooms. "It's a burglar," said Mr. Blair. "It's a monster," said Mrs. Blair. "It's a big teddy bear," said Baby Bear. Forgive me if I already read this part. I think I fell asleep while I'm reading. Oh, it's embarrassing. "It's escaped from the zoo," said Mr. Blair. "It's escaped from the circus," said Mrs. Blair. "It's escaped down a drain pipe," said Baby Bear. It's a curious book. "Somebody phoned the police," said Mr. Blair. "Somebody called the fire department," said Mrs. Blair. "Somebody gone home," said Baby Blair. Bye-bye. Come again and play tomorrow. The end. And now I will close this off because I'm like dozing and that's not good.